So,
This meeting is being recorded.
hi guys, good evening. Welcome to this session as we get to start off. So, just giving guys a few minutes. I think I'd seen Max join in. I don't know where he's going to. But I guess the rest will catch up with us as we proceed. So, welcome, guys. I had shared the link with the rest of the other guys. I can see I think they are joining in. So, probably in a few. And I've joined in. So, hi Mike, how are you?
Fine, fine, fine.
So welcome to this session. So, hi Cecilia. I think Cecilia has left. Uh-huh. Are you in any are you in any trades, Mike?
I'll just come back. Let me check. I had put, you remember those limits I was telling you on card JPY?
Yes.
So let me see. I don't know if they were activated. They also set one for Euro GBP.
Uh-huh.
Was the other one? It didn't actually. Today when you were analyzing, is when I saw that. Wait, what's happening? Is when I saw that it was Nini.
It was?
Uh, there's the zone. You remember I was in a sell in Euro GBP.
Yes.
It went
GBP, let
back
me check.
and
Mm-hmm.
see, it went and broke above the supply.
Yes.
So I hadn't seen that it had nini it had ai but imerudi tena basi ini Euro GBP.
Yes, I am. This is your GBP.
Basi nimegongewa stop loss. Man, hiyo imegonga
Okay.
stop because the same place I'd entered for a sale.
Uh-huh.
I was expecting it to come and retest there and continue pushing up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from this, but don't worry, from this H4 scenario here,
Yeah.
this was the breakout, the retest, then expect you to push higher, but instead now that you've seen it has come to this area, you can still re-enter.
Card,
This is the first, this is the first,
okay.
this is the first low. So even as price
Wait for it.
drops, you
Okay.
can wait for price to come to this low, then you have something like this before now. It keeps pushing lower.
Card JPY was activated. You remember I had set it like when it left me going down, I had
Uh-huh.
not refined my zones.
Mm-hmm.
So no, no, it has triggered. I left them intact even after I wanted to remove them today. Then I said, wacha niache iendelee tu.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing it was activated. So
Uh-huh.
it's selling
Oh, for
card
CADJ,
JPY.
CADJPY, let's see. And say even
Euro
for
GBP imenibo.
huh. Lakini ikifika to
You
these,
see the Euro GBP. I sold a bit.
uh-huh.
Uh, but it didn't make, actually, it didn't even hit 50 pips. It didn't even make 50 pips drop.
Uh-huh.
So when it started reversing, I said, let me see if it will. I didn't want to add more sales.
Uh-huh.
So I said, let me see the reaction. And kumbe ilienda. Actually, I closed it. I saw the way it was pushing up. I didn't
Uh-huh.
wait for it to hit a sell.
Yeah.
So finally it went up. So I was expecting it to retrace today, then
Yeah.
continue pushing up. But no, na iligonga a sell 10.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, let's just wait and see on that
Sometimes
one.
see Rais, but card JPY I'm seeing I was triggered in
Yeah.
and it's pushing down. Yeah, it's pushing down. My
CADJPY.
entry, yeah,
Mm-hmm. CADJPY, we have that. Then huh, we have. Yeah, this was
now
the
my
area of this was the area of interest. This area.
actually me my you see those weeks
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember you even asked me about this in the morning.
On my levels, yeah,
Yeah,
because I was seeing it. I didn't know whether the war huko in Middle East is going to affect the pairs like the USD or gold.
uh-huh,
So that's why I wanted to know, do I close the, do I cancel the order? But I
mm-hmm.
decided, let me see, cancel and then, I mean, you never know how it will go. You can't be sure.
Yeah,
But since I had seen that it's a zone that can hold,
yeah,
so I just left them intact from, for the almost, I think it was been 2 weeks
uh-huh.
when I set it. Yeah. So me, my levels are, my proximal is at, my proximal, let me see. Yours are a bit different. My proximal is 114,572.
114.572.
Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
and the distal is 115, 112.
Okay. I think even mine I might need to refine these. I might need to refine these.
Because I'm seeing the way yours is.
Uh,
The last two times I had entered card JPY.
uh-huh.
There is a sale early this year. Actually, I think that was my first trade.
Mm-hmm.
I sold it all the way from supply to demand, but
Mm-hmm.
then it had pushed a bit deeper
Uh-huh.
above the zone and kicked me out.
Yeah.
It went my way.
Uh-huh.
So the second time when it did that, when I refined, I saw like I should have refined. Actually, now that is how it looks. The other
Okay.
time I was removed and then it did all this push all the way back down.
Yeah.
I missed that trade, so I said I'll just wait for it to come back up. So my entry today was 115 to 20.
115.220.
Yeah,
Okay. 115.220 is somewhere here. Yeah, it's somewhere here. 115.220 is
yeah,
around this area here. And
yeah.
that's a very
So
good entry.
yeah.
So
So
what
I'm
I
waiting for it to go all the way to the next to the demand uko chini. My demand is at 112,363.
have 112,363 is here.
That's the proximal, and the distal is 112,076.
112,363 is there. Then 112,076.
112,076. Yeah.
Around somewhere there. Okay.
Working with limits, like now gold, since I was monitoring it, but then I stepped out. I didn't put limits,
Uh-huh.
but then I'm seeing I would have made a good what the way I'd plotted it, I would have made almost 250 pips.
Uh-huh.
But then I didn't put the limits, so I don't know. I should have. Yeah, the demand had drawn in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
It would have helped. I would have made about 250 pips. The way my target was back to the highs of London today.
Yeah.
Around 247. At least I would have gotten a good pips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just
But
the
then
start of the week.
yeah. But then I'm seeing. I don't know. I'm seeing as if actually New York has behaved the way I thought. I thought it would push prices down and not up.
Okay. On what pairs?
Gold. Gold.
Yeah,
On gold.
this is gold. You can see what you have. You can
Yeah, I
see
was
what you have here
expecting
on gold. Mm-hmm.
prices. Okay, the war in the Middle East hasn't really been what people expected.
Yeah.
So I think because it happened over the weekend, I thought guys will just walk in thinking it's just buy gold, buy gold,
Mm-hmm.
and then uh, because of the anticipation, but I was seeing like a reversal would come and maybe even wipe guys out. Like, see, that gap has been already been filled.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone expected that price will push high, 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 high. And actually, I haven't heard of any news of any attack again after, like, I think yesterday morning or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm suspecting. I don't know. It might not escalate as people thought.
Uh, chances are high. Okay, chances are high it may escalate.
Mhm.
Yeah, for this one, chances are high it may escalate because Iran, you remember Iran mentioned that they're also going to retaliate. So with
Yeah,
Iran,
of which they did a bit when.
yes, but you see, right now it's the Iranian supreme leader,
Mhm.
and also it's the Iranian supreme leader. Then a former, I think it was a former supreme leader as well. I think either a former supreme leader or a former president. Then the person who had been elected to act as the acting supreme leader after Ali Khamenei was killed. Even him, he was killed.
And that's the more reason I'm seeing, like, because I think the main aim of Israel was to kill the leadership, of which the main guys who make the decisions and the commander of the IRGC, the
Hmm.
Revolutionary Guards, was also killed. Most of those main guys were killed.
Yeah,
So I don't think, and I guess also a majority of in the last 2 years, I think they've killed most of those scientists who are working on the nuclear program.
yeah,
So I'm seeing as if they might scale down since they've already achieved. The main thing was to kill those guys, which they did.
yeah. But now,
Unless Iran does, unless Iran does something foolish, is when they may attack. But for now,
hmm
I don't know.
but
It's
probably,
not what I think people. The way Trump announced on Saturday and everything, they didn't go all in the way they did to Iraq and Libya.
hmm
Yeah, so I don't know. It's still maybe you had to see the worst, but I don't know.
it has. You see the tensions that have been there. I mean, the tensions that are there currently between the three countries are very high. So,
Mm.
and with everything that has happened within since Saturday and today, chances are very high those tensions, as much as we've not probably heard of anything yet between today, it can easily happen either tonight or even tomorrow. So that's what I'm saying. We can't really I mean, we can't really just say that it's not going, I mean, it's going to de-escalate, especially where the tensions are currently very high. Chances are more likely that it will first escalate before being able to de-escalate. So, and you see now the majority of traders saw that within the weekend. And
Yeah,
that is where they had everyone was waiting for the markets to open so that they all buy gold. But you see, if you look at the kind of movement that has happened on gold and the kind of movement that has happened on oil, this war will affect oil more than it will affect gold.
yeah. Oil, definitely.
Yes, because you see, that pipeline of Strait of Hormuz is the largest in the world. So
Yeah,
the moment you interrupt the moment you interrupt the supply chain of oil globally, then you cause
yeah,
supply shocks globally. And that is why you've seen
yeah,
for commodities like oil, crude oil and Brent oil, these
yeah.
commodities are heavily affected by this war more than anything else. So gold will also still be affected, and you will see prices pushing higher. And but you can see even the gap for gold is very small. as compared to if you look at the rest of the other pairs, of which now price has come to an area of
yeah,
interest where if probably guys are looking for potential buys, they can start looking for buys from within this area here because it has formed the gap, then filled the gap. This was the first higher high when price broke above this mid zone here, this area here. Okay. So when we had
yeah,
the break above the retest, so this was the first higher high. Then the next higher high that formed was after this gap. This was the next higher high at 5,400. So price is more or less coming to form a higher low before something like this. I now see price filling these major range back to this 5,600, and now definitely due to the geopolitical tensions, we see prices breaking above
yeah.
5,600 and even forming new highs all the way up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have that is what we have on gold. But if you look at oil, you saw the kind of gaps oil started today with. You have US oil here and you have UK oil here.
Mm. Yeah,
Uh,
that one Kwanza, that was it covered the whole range.
yes, because this one for US oil. And you remember in the video I shared yesterday, I talked about this because when crude oil was closing the week, it closed at 67 hapa 67.3. By the time it was
Yeah.
opening, prices were already at 75.
Yeah.
For Brent oil, prices closed the week at 73. By the time markets were opening, prices were 82.
Mm.
So those are very huge differences.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like very huge differences. So, and now we've seen price do these kind of scenarios. Like now, a whole gap filling the range, then a push to the downside, a retest of this. So we might see probably price push slightly lower before then again, something like that. Because now these will act as a demand.
Mm.
This was a previous supply.
And,
This was a previous
and
level
the
of
press
supply.
demand.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was a previous supply. Now it has been broken. The next time price comes back to this area, it comes to it as demand. However, price can also still treat these as demand because this is a gap.
Yeah.
So price can uh,
Can see
is
there's
it?
someone.
Yeah, it's Charles. He's saying he can't. He has a problem with the mic. Is it safe to trade oil at this time? Yeah, yeah, Charles. Charles, it is safe, but you have to be very careful because now of the spikes and the volatility. All right, you have to be very careful. The spikes and the volatility are very high for oil, but it's still safe to trade it. So you just have to have very cautious levels of interest. So like now when price comes back to this area here, this is more like a supply. If you check out like even on the daily, this is what you have on the daily time frame. You can see this range here.
Mm.
And you can see with oil, we have such kind of candles. This is one candle on the daily, IOTE, this size. So you've seen price gap from here all the way to 75, like that, like that. Filling this whole range all the way down. And you can see this is a range on the daily. If there's someone who took a position from here and held it all the way down, this will have been like, this is from July all the way to October or November. So that is July, August, September, October, November, about 5 months. This is a swing of about 5 months, this one. Then this is
That,
another,
I've been wanting to get a trade where I can. I don't know how would you tell. You see, like the way we enter trades, we trade from one zone from supply to demand or demand to supply, and then we take our profits and all.
Yeah.
Is there a way you can, I don't know, because sometimes you find you've taken trades like that, but you see like there is a pair, you find it has moved,
Mm-hmm.
like the main move was from one supply to one demand, the major move.
Yeah.
You find it has broken like 4 or 5 zones.
Mm-hmm.
Mid, is there a way one can swing a whole, like now this one you're saying for oil, it will take you 5 6 months, and because as you can see from the time price left, where there is that big engulfing candle, the bearish one,
Yeah.
it has never gone back there until today.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like so, you trail without being stopped out on the retracements.
Yes. So you have like your very fast entries like at a major level like this, then definitely you will have like you will consider these minor ranges. But then you have, let's say, entries
Mhm.
somewhere like here. Then you have entries here. Then price, when it gets to this demand, you close out these entries here. You remain with the ones above. Then price forms something like now this. You have another opportunity to re-enter from here. Then another one from these areas here. These areas here. And now the last one will be here because of the breakout, the retest, then a push to the downside like that. Okay. Same way with this, like now these swing buys. You remember when the first time we were looking at buys from here? This was the start of the year in January. We were looking at swing buys
Yeah.
from here. So imagine if we held these positions from 56 all the way till this, and that will have been 2 months. So approximately, actually, it's 8 weeks, a good eight
Mm.
weeks. If we will have held, if we will have held this position 8 weeks from here all the way till here, and we started looking at these in Jan, then I remember we had talked about this range because this range was a bit of consolidation for about a month, from this supply to this demand, from this demand to this supply, from this supply to this demand, then demand again back to this supply. When you had a break above this is when I was mentioning about the retest. Then the next area or my next target was these highs of 70. And now if that target was hit, my next range to be filled will be this supply of 75.26 and 73 here. So I will expect to see the full range eventually getting filled, but price has done more than I expected. So
Yeah.
it has filled the range in one day because I was expecting this to
Yeah.
take like the whole week or something.
Not even a day. Actually, it's like
In less
what,
than an
a few
hour.
hours or something.
This was in less than an
Yeah.
hour. This happened in less than an hour.
And, I was wondering, is there, because I think when we look at prices on the 4 hour time frame,
Uh-huh.
we tend to see a lot of mid ranges and those minor zones.
Yes.
Is there a setup maybe we can because I've noticed the way we plot these proximal and distal lines.
Yeah.
If you use the daily or weekly time frame,
Mm-hmm.
they'll be at different levels.
Yeah.
So is
So,
there one setup we can look at maybe on the weekly level?
mm-hmm.
So we know when price comes to this maybe supply or demand at the weekly level,
Yeah.
this is we look for reactions here and take maybe the trade from here. Then we go down or up. The next level is a weekly level, so it may take maybe months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there are no don't tend to see these mid ranges that can, yes, price may reach a point it consolidates,
Yeah.
but you know those are mid ranges on the lower time frame, maybe the 4 hour, the 1 hour.
Yeah.
So that you're able now to hold even 6 months, 8 months, or a year, and you find you're in one trade. So even
Mm-hmm.
if you do other small trade, one trade where every day you are just in profits every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if we can plot something like that one day. We take such a trade, and I think even last year you said we look for one trade where we can go for months.
Yeah. I remember telling you guys that. We will do that. I want, let's say we have a setup like We could have done that on
And it be a pair that moves, at least it has good, not one like AU, which you can take 3 months, but you're barely doing 200 pips.
yeah, on like let's say pairs like GBP USD, Euro USD, and also now
Mm.
the indices,
Yeah.
NAS and US 30, and also pair gold and silver, because and these oil, both crude oil and Brent oil, we can have very good setups, something that you can hold for probably like 2, 3 months or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah. So we have that we'll have a look at that. Probably let me even scout for one within this week. It's the start of the month, so we'll have NFP and you have these geopolitical things happening. So this will actually be a good time to look for a setup like that one. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'll get a setup like that one soon enough. So. Here we have GBP USD. The targets for GBP USD were hit. So I can see, I guess everyone has joined in.
Chef,
So, hi.
chef.
Yes, hi.
Okay. Hi. Okay, I wanted to help Mike out. Just like the question he asked you about the turning points.
Uh-huh.
So just like whatever I wanted to tell him,
Uh-huh.
they're just like the supply and demand right now we are currently using.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be just like in one or the other, maybe next 6 months or 1 year, we're going to use those levels.
Yeah.
Ndio maana tunajonga the next price itatania wapi and those points.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we can have there are levels that usually hold for quite a bit, for let's say even several months. Like now the one for USDCHF. I know you had held USDCHF for quite a while. Are you still in that position?
Yeah, but I didn't go all in.
There it is. It has already even hit this target of 0.78000. So the next area of interest is these areas of 0.78600. I hope are you still holding this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That is good. And by the way, congratulations on passing your prop farm. That was very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was very
By
good.
the way, Cecilia, how long did it take you to pass the challenge?
Okay, Jeff anajua. 8 months.
Good.
Ni just like I had a big drawdown up to 92, from 10,000 to 9,200.
So that was about like 8%.
Yeah.
And
And
you
it didn't hit, it didn't breach the account.
No. Sijai enda all in. Sinanga. Okay, actually all the trades nini Jeff upeana hakunanga inakuwa na nini na bigger drawdown. Hata ikienda ikipass nini the entry level inangi beyond 10 pips.
Okay.
The entry level zenye nini alitufunza zangu sijaipata drawdown. Ni either stop loss ama
Okay.
break even. Inanipita most of the time kwa break even.
Okay. Jeff, you ebu minimize that nini,
Yes?
that
Yeah.
screen.
For USDCHF.
You see yeah, you see where it started from, where it started going down. It has
Yeah.
broken like 6.
Where? From here.
No, from the left kabisa huko juu.
Huku.
Yes, you see from the time ilianza kushuka hapo, it has just been going down until now this final demand.
Yeah.
That's the kind of trade I'm looking for. One you can hold and
Yeah, we'll have
because
a
price has been that was when from that big engulfing there to the left.
last year in April.
Yeah, now that's the kind of trade now, like position trading. You may be doing these other small zones, but there is one where you held. That's what almost 8 months, 9 months, 11 months.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. So we have this kind of scenario here. So this is on USD CHF. You can see a level like this. So this one, and I had previously mentioned about it before. So our working range, remember now, is from this demand all the way back to these. We have this supply area here. Okay.
yeah.
So we had the push to this demand, then a strong rally to this mid range here, then a push back into this demand, then a strong rally like that. This was a retracement. Then now today we've seen a very strong push upward. So I'd want to see a break above this and a rally all the way to this supply at 0.78 600 areas back to this level here. So we have that. Let's observe and see how price gets to react to that on USD CHF. GBP USD, the target was already hit. I'd want to see the reaction of price at this area because this is our major range from this demand all the way to these highs and back to this demand. However, we had the breakout below this demand area here. So we had the breakout, lower low, a retest, then a continuation of the drop lower. All right. So guys, in case the meeting just abruptly ends, just rejoin using the same link. I think we have about like less than a minute. So majority of us joined in a bit late. So in case it just abruptly ends, rejoin using the same link. Then we are able to proceed so that we maximize on the next part of the session. So
Okay.
on this one, the target has already been hit. This is our target, 1.33500. So how many pips for this? This is a solid 218, 210 pips. So 210 pips or roughly 200 pips on this one.